Hey folks, this is Chris with Oregon Figs. It's April 4th of 2023. I am doing a bare root demonstration today because I had people ask me questions at the last video I did in the comments to have a more detailed view of how I do the actual bare rooting. So this is Ondata. It's a Fig du Mont variety, and I grew it from a cutting in 2022. Started it around mid-February. Okay, and it had pretty good growth. I mean, you can see, did well for a first year cutting. You can see the cutting itself, it was a big cutting. So what I did was I pulled that tree out of the pot and just with my hands, I took the soil off the root ball. And I used just this tray right here, and I just fill it into the tray. Then I take the container that I'm going to up pot into, which in this case I'm going from 7 gallon to 15 gallon, and I take that same soil and I put it in the 15 gallon and I add a little bit more to it. So after you've done basically all the work with your hands, I just take it over to my lawn, which looks messy at this time, but as soon as it starts drying out, I'll just mow it and it'll bring this bark and perlite right up into the bag as I catch the grass. So I will just show you what I do. After I massage it out and straighten all the roots, I just take the hose. And that's pretty much it. Shake it off a little bit. Then we go back up to my work area. And I'll just lay it out. And then I'll come down. In this case, I'll come down to somewhere in here and just cut the roots off. You can see nothing circling, which is the big culprit when you have a 1 year cutting. That's great growth for 1 year. Then when I'm done, I'll put it in here, right at the bottom of the pot. I'll clear off a little hole, go right down to the bottom of the pot. I'll start adding mix, and then I'll start pulling it up as I add it until I look at the spot right there. That spot will be, this is about 1 inch on the first graduated mark, and that's about 2 inches. That'll be where my top of my mix level will be. And like I said, I'll put it in there, cut the roots first, put it in there, and then lift it as I add more mix, and I'll straighten it out. If it needs a stake, I'll stake it. This one doesn't need a stake. I like the way it's growing. Nice, and you can see next year this will be a scaffold, that will be a scaffold, and that will be a scaffold right there. So I have 1, 2, 3 scaffolds, and this was just done by pinching, which is the best thing to do when you want to get it to start forming its scaffolds for the next year. If you can get it and actually pinch it before you have to cut it with your clippers, it's better to pinch with your fingers because you don't make a potential hole down the road. That's how you do it. It's not rocket science. It takes a little bit of time. A 1 year tree is generally fairly easy to do the bare root. I don't bare root when I up pot. I take some of the soil off and I take the circling roots and I will cut those off. So I don't usually do this. I did this for pretty much demonstration purposes. But it doesn't hurt the tree. It's actually a good thing because I'm pretty sure there are no roots circling at this point. This will take off. You'll be blown away after you do a bare root. The trees just take off. I did this last year to my Red Lebanese Bekaa Valley, and I got more figs from that tree than I've ever had from any tree as I've been growing figs. And I did a hard prune. This isn't really going to be a hard prune on this one. It's going to be pretty moderate. It will just take off. So once again, if you guys have questions, and gals, feel free to leave a comment and I'll try to address it. Some people have asked me from the last video, you know, they want more information, and I'm more than willing to give more information. Hey, if you like these videos and you like the content I'm putting out, feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. A like is always appreciated. It's kind of a sense of validation we get for doing this, and makes me want to put out more content, quite honestly. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.